All right, here's our day 2 of solving logs and exponents. So now we're going to look at ones that don't necessarily have the same base the entire time. So let's go through some examples here. Look at number 1. And number 1, 4 and 11, well, I can't get those to have the same base, right? So let's convert it to a log. So we would have log base 4 of the answer equals the exponent. Well, I can't type that into a calculator either because it's not a base 10. If you look at a calculator, you need a base 10 to type it in. So we're going to use a change of base law. Change of base law says you do log of the number over log of the base. That you can plug in. So log of 11, close your parentheses, divided by log of 4, close your parentheses, hit enter, and you get 1.73. Okay, so change of base. I'm going to put that over here. Change of base. If we have log base b of x, we can change it to log of x over log of b. So let's look at number 2. The first thing we have to do is we have to have that e alone. So I'm going to subtract 4 to the other side to get e to the 2x minus 1 equals 3. Now I have e. Well, how do I get rid of that so I can bring my exponent down? The opposite would be a natural log. So we're going to ln. That cancels that e to get 2x minus 1. And on the other side, we have the ln of 3. Don't plug that in your calculator yet. We're going to try to go for as exact of an answer as possible. So let's go ahead and solve the rest of the problem. So I'm going to add 1 to get 2x equals ln natural log of 3 plus 1. Remember that 3 is attached to ln. We can't put those together. Divide all that by 2. Now we're going to plug that all in at once. So I'm going to open my parentheses, find my ln button, hit 3, close the parentheses, plus 1, close the parentheses. Okay, so this has to be in parentheses, and then this is in parentheses. Then divide by 2, hit enter, and x comes out to be 1.05. Okay, why don't you try number 3? Okay, so in number 3, again, I cannot get a 9 to have a base of 2. So I'm going to go ahead and convert it to logs. So I have log of my base of the answer equals the exponent. Well, I can't plug that in. That's not log base 10. So we're going to have to use change of base formula. Change of base law. And then I'm going to have to add 1 to both sides. So we're plugging in log of 9 over log of 2 and then add 1. So x comes out to be what? So we're going to do our log fraction first. So we have log of 9 divided by log of 2. Hit enter and then plus 1. So we have 4.17. Okay. Now, just like before, if we have log of a base of the same base equals the same base, we can set those equal. Well, for this one, when you have log of the same base, you can also simplify it down just like you normally would. So we're going to simplify that 8 and 2. So really, we have 4. And that's your answer. Number 5. Well, now we have a natural log. What's the inverse of a natural log? E. So we're going to get that e in there. That cancels the ln to get 4x minus 1. And on the other side, we have e to the third. We're going to get all of x by itself and then plug it in all together. So I'm going to add 1 to both sides. And then divide by 4. Okay, so remember, that whole top has to be in parentheses. So we have, you might have to use your second button on this one to get the e. So e to the third plus 1 on top divided by 4, and that should give you approximately 5.27. Okay. All right, on this next one, evaluate log base 5 of 32. Well, if I look at exponents, 5 to what power gives me 32? Yep, that's not going to work, right? So change of base. We have log of 32 over log of 5. Change of base. So log of 32 divided by log of 5. Plug that in, and you get 2.16, which makes sense because 5 squared is 25. 5 to the third, that's way too high. So it's going to be really close to 5 squared. So that does make sense if you think about it. All right, now this next one I wanted to show you because we have that 3 out in front. Don't convert to logs until the exponent's completely alone. So the first thing I have to do is divide by 3. So I have 2 to the 4x plus 1 equals 3. I can't get the 3 to have a base of 2, so now I'm going to convert. We have log base 2 of the answer equals the exponent. I can't plug that in, so I'm going to come over here. I'm going to do log of 3 over log of 2 equals 4x plus 1. Solve it down for x, so we have log of 3 over log of 2 minus 1. And then you're going to divide all of that by 4. I'm writing that out because I want to show you what I'm putting in my calculator. So I'm going to do all of that, and you can hit enter, but I'm not going to round until the very end. So I'm going to do log of 3 divided by log of 2, hit enter, subtract 1, hit enter, divide by 4, hit enter. So x comes out to be 0.15, and that's your answer.